So now we've got this stupid looking thing, and I can't see that working at all. Anyway, let's give it a crack, Nigel. G'day guys, how are we all going today? I was going through my dumpsters the other day and look what I found. I think it's called a sash clamp. Big vice looking thing. Put in the comments below if you know what it's called, but I'm pretty sure it's called a sash clamp. Well, it is here in New Zealand anyway. And it's friggin' heavy, guys. But as you can see, guys, see that? It's got quite a bit of friggin' rust and shit on it. But I reckon if I clean it up, it's probably worth 50 bucks. But it's gonna take me friggin' forever to do it with a friggin' wire brush. So what I normally do, guys, is I'll just use an angle grinder disc like this. But what I find is it takes chunks out of it. Here, let me show you. And also with this sort of disc, it's sort of quite sharpish, if you know what I mean. And you can't get in and out of tight corners. That's why I've been using the bloody wire brush. But my mate come around the other day, Pete, and said, why don't you try some of those new bloody flapper discs? And I think a flapper disc, but anyway. I mean, this works alright, but it's not 100%. Oh, kick it in the guts, Nigel.
See how it sort of takes chunks out of the bloody metal? And you can't really get it in there. And once I go on the tree here, it's going to bugger up totally.
See how that just scratches the living shit out of it, guys, and you can't get into the corners. So I thought to myself, there's got to be a better way, Pete. Now I go through quite a few of these discs with grinding up bits and pieces, and after I place my cut, I normally clean up all my cuts with them and that sort of thing. I used to buy them down the bloody local hardware store, and they used to charge about $4.50 each. Well, I don't do that anymore, guys. The last lot I just brought off Amazon, and I found you can buy like a 25 pack of these for about 32 bucks, which only works out to be about $1.28 each, so that's a friggin' lot better than going down the hardware store anyway. Check out in the description below where I buy these things, because you can get them at quite a good price. But anyway, that still doesn't work properly, does it? So then my mate turned up in my workshop, and he was watching what I was doing. Well, he was watching what I was trying to do. And he said to me, Pete, why don't you use one of those bloody flapper discs or a nylon disc? And I said, a nylon disc? What the hell's a nylon disc? So he went home and he brought me one. This thing here. And it looks pretty crappamundo to me. It's got a plastic insert, which is going to last 5 seconds, I reckon, on the bloody angle grinder. But apparently these work better and they're cheaper than a normal grinding disc. But I'm not so bloody sure. And he also brought one of these, which is a flapper disc. And for getting rid of rust and shit and trying to get into corners, he reckons these things are ideal. And now once again, he reckons these are cheaper than these. But you know, Pete, anything that's cheap's got to be worth a try. So let's take him off there. Let's try the super duper flapper disc. Now I had a look online and you can buy about 40 of these little buggers with different varying grits, like you get 10 of each grit size, for about 34 bucks. So that makes it, let me work that out, 34. So according to my calculations, that's about 85 cents each. Ew, it's getting better all the time. But I don't think much of the plastic, I reckon the thing's gonna get blow to friggin' pieces. But anyway, what the hell do I know? You notice I'm putting these discs on without that stupid spanner thing, because I lost it again. Here goes nothing. Oh, that seems to be a lot better, guys. Now you see there, it doesn't look as if it's scratched it so much. See that, my friends? That actually feels a lot better than that. This is scratched. from this disc. But this here has got a lot better sort of shine to it. Still not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it's a lot better than this. But I don't think it's going to be much good doing these threads. Did you see that? It's okay, but it doesn't go right inside the thread. It didn't flatten the threads off, they're still threads, but it didn't get right in here, see what I mean? So you might, so I probably still have to use the wire brush in there. Oh yeah, that does make a big difference. If I use that flapper disc first and then just go over it with the wire brush maybe. But if we have a look here, look, I only used that for about 20 seconds and you can see it's already starting to wear the bloody sandpaper out on the disc here. See, it's almost smooth here. And that was only, well, you've seen how long I used it for. It's not very long at all. So I'm not so sure. So now we've got this stupid looking thing and I can't see that working at all. Anyway, let's give it a crack, Nigel. What the fuck do I do? It's a bit tight now. Oh no, I got it. Yeehaw, Grandma! Look at that plastic crap. Ooh, looks like I'm gonna have to have small fingers. Maybe it's made for our Chinese friends. It's about as floppy as a cock on a sock. I know. Here we go, here we go, here we go. So these are about 10 discs for 15 bucks, so that works out about $1.50 each. Even I can work that out. Let's see if the sucker actually does anything. What do you reckon? Did that actually work? We've already started to wear the hell out of the side of the disc. So what do you reckon, guys? This here is a normal grinding disc. Like I said, it scratches the living shit out of it. This one here is the flapper disc. And it gives it quite a good sheen, but I don't reckon these discs would last that long. And last but not least is this one here. And what this seems to do is just knock the rust off it and sort of make it go all black, but it doesn't actually shine it up, if you know what I mean. So put in the comments below, which one do you think works the friggin' best? You might know something better to use than these, which is friggin' awesome. Put in the comments below. Right guys, time for me to bugger off. So next time you're at a party and someone asks you, what is the best grinding disc to get rid of the rust? You'll be able to tell them. Speaking of parties, mine's just started. I'm gonna go and open another beer. We'll see you next time, mate. And check the link in the comments if you're interested in buying any of these discs. See you later.